Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news, this time for the week ending the 5th of February. There was some quite welcome news this week, so I'm going to jump right in with a quote from the newsletter by Chris Roberts about patch 2.6.1. Across all our studios, work on the upcoming Alpha 2.6.1 patch is progressing nicely. There is still some UI work to complete and stability issues to iron out, but as you can see in our updated production schedule report, we're almost ready to get this latest patch into the players' hands. In fact, we're happy to announce an addition to this patch. Thanks to the great work by our live ops, backend and UI teams, we're moving up the release of the regional servers to 2.6.1. So players will be able to choose which server, North America, Europe or Australia, they join to ensure a better or best connection as possible. Once these are running, we will be able to test more assets and more locations will be released as necessary. So that 2.6.1 patch is still planned to come out for the 16th of February with a live build, but with some PTU testing starting as early as the 6th of Feb. With the mega map in 2.6.1 now as well, giving us faster loading times in the more single player areas, because they will be rolling it out a lot more the mega map for 2.6.2, but we're just getting the more single player aspect of that for 2.6.1, and with regional servers as well as lots of network fixes and updates. The hope is that Star Marine and Arena Commander will get a lot more playable for 2.6.1 with lower pings, lag and desync, and generally be less frustrating. It's important to see how CIG are addressing the issues that 2.6 had. Great content, great release, really bad network code still, and let's see how they've addressed those issues. The Saber Comet and subscriber only stuff. So this weekend only, the Saber Comet is on sale for subscribers. The ship was flyable for subscribers last month, and now this month in February, subscribers get to fly the Hornet Wildfire. So check that out. If you're a subscriber, you should just have that available to you to take out in the verse and have a look around in Arena Commander and that sort of stuff. The Drake Cutlass is a little sneaky peeky this week with its work in progress grey box. This week's sneak peek shows off the work being done to the Drake Cutlass Black. These grey box images highlight the attention to detail being given to this reliable and modular ship that is as comfortable hauling as it is dogfighting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they doing with that Cutlass Black again. Obviously, originally it was extremely sold as being able to do everything. Now it's become much more pushed into its, we assume cargo fighting and that sort of thing. A nice missing link between the Caterpillar and the Drake Buccaneer kind of area. And it is exciting. I quite enjoy the Cutlass. I do think it's one of the, it's going to be a very exciting boarding ship. In ATV this week, there was a studio update from Foundry 42 Frankfurt. The weapons from the Klaus and Werner, as well as the Kastak arms range, are getting a visual buff. These are these are first-person shooter weapons, and they're also getting the ability to be able to add attachments soon, or at least the functionality for that. Attachment system should be coming relatively soon. We'll be able to customize our weapons to some degree with sights and stocks and all that sort of jazz. New ship weapons are also being created for the Knightsbridge arms manufacturer, and pretty much all those, the FPS stuff and the weapon stuff that the Germans do there is pretty amazing. They are also working on the procedural moon tech now they've got going on at the moment, getting levels of detail looking great at both extreme and in your face distances. When I say procedural moon tech, I mean it's more focused on moons and that like procedural technology rather than the artist kind of sculpted tech that they'll also be using for moons, but they're going to be much more sculpted for planets because they want planets to look very much alive in a lot of cases. There are also new varieties of plants and vegetation that have been created too, with the addition as well of moving branches and bending branches in addition to moving leaves to make stuff feel more alive and just generally look better. The VFX guys there have also been working on tool sets for procedural particles. This will help make planets and biomes feel more alive by spawning specific visuals in conjunction with terrain, the shape of the terrain, ecosystems, weather, all that sort of jazz is taken into consideration. There's also some biome and area-specific camera effects that they use now as well, like snow particles or leaves falling in a forest that will help these areas feel even more alive. The rest of the ATV was focusing more on the music of Squadron 42, and for audiophiles among you, it is worth watching. I will link it in the description below. I say watching, it's worth listening to. It gives a quite in-depth look at that. Happy Hour, the next concept ship is going to be the Anvil Hurricane. We don't know really the details of the Hurricane at this stage. It may have evolved quite significantly from its original concept idea. But let me read you that original blurb so that you can get an idea of what it might be. It may have stayed entirely true to this, or it might have evolved a reasonable amount. Some ships avoid dangerous encounters with speed, some with stealth, and others with maneuverability. The Anvil Hurricane's philosophy is that it should blast anything that gets in its way out of the sky. The Hurricane won't win any races, and electronic signature won't let you sneak behind enemy lines, but it features a wide array of fully customizable small bore weapon hardpoints, plus the ability to customize weapon types in several ways. Hurricanes are often used by militia squadrons and private organisations seeking to add a heavy to their lineup. Quite excited for the Hurricane. I'd like to see a heavy fighter or something. We'll have to wait and see exactly what that's going to be. The art and animation style for the P-52 being deployed and docking with the Constellation is complete, but they require the rest of the Item 2.0 system to get it actually finished in and working. Spectrum is being tested at the moment and is close to a first live release. Updates to ships when they update them visually are currently a one-to-one replacement. This is because these updates are to bring them up to the current gold standard, damage states, get better tools and visuals and such all into those ship models. The plan in the future, though, is to have different models of ship too. So, for example, in 5 years, Anvil could bring out a updated version of the Hornet in-game, but there'd also be the older Hornet existing and still available. It's not to update damage states in this case, it's because they want to release a newish ship on the same style. If you see what I mean. Ship updates in general, actually, because Ben did talk about some ship updates in Happy Hour. And Happy Hour also contains Sergeant Gamble. Let's not forget that. He's a great streamer and pretty damn awesome as a dude. So, ship updates. The Redeemer, it has to be reworked completely before it can be flyable, basically. The Banu Merchantman is in its second phase concept, so they need to get all the sizes and the visuals all right, and then it will go into white boxing once that's finished. The Mustang will be getting updated, but it's not scheduled for the near future, getting those visual updates and all that sort of jazz. And the Buccaneer is currently apparently looking pretty damn awesome. We know that the Drake pipeline is obviously pretty powerful at the moment and pushing ships out quite quickly. The Cutlass Black is also coming along well. And that's kind of it for this week's news. We may be testing, we may have in our hands those regional servers, or at least on the PTU servers, as early as Monday, which would be pretty exciting and cool. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think. Are you excited to have those regional servers? Do you not care? Are you waiting for 3.0? Do you not care about Star Marine? Do you not care about Arena Commander? Are you just waiting for that tangible MMO kind of persistent universe gameplay that we can get a slice of with 3.0? Or do you not care? Do you just go, I want pretty ships? Or tell me, because you have a chance to win a Avenger Titan. If you comment on any of our videos during the month of February, and pretty much every month we give away a ship of some sorts. Links in the description for previous winners and the kind of full down low on that competition and how it all works and how everything's chosen. But please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it genuinely does help me. You guys are awesome. You take care. I hope you have a great 2017 so far, but and a great January, but also have a great February. I'm rambling. Love you guys. Take care. See you in the verse.